You know, with all this mention of Gundams and all the amount of builds that you all get to see, whether it be on Instagram or Google or any of those other types of outlets like that, some of you that are new may be wondering, what in the world are these things and why would I even want to build them in the first place? And it's a funny question because when you really think about it, with any kind of topic, with any kind of hobby, when you look at the broader spectrum of it when you're first coming in, it could seem pretty overwhelming. And really what we just wanted to do today was a simple conversation and to engage you as the core audience here and those that are fellow hobbyists. Why do you build Gundams? What is it that you enjoy about building them? And what is it that got you attracted to them in the first place? How does it help you in your day-to-day life if it's for stress relief or it's for other things? As you can tell, we're in the car driving right now, so if the camera shakes a little bit, sorry, we're just putting that Note 10 Plus image stabilization to the test, so hopefully it passes that test. So really, I'll ask you that question, Judd. And we're already here at Dunkin' Donuts, so that's the end of the video. So we'll be back shortly because we got to get food.
Some fuel.
Yeah, running on no coffee now for the second day, and that's not a good thing. We've just gotten our breakfast on and now back in the car. And the question that we left off on, I don't remember what it was.
Why do we build Gundams?
Why do we build Gundams? Thank you very much.
That's the whole title of the video.
Thank you very much. I forget these things. The memory of a goldfish. Never get old, people. Why do we build Gundams? Well, who wants to take that question? You want to answer that question first? Or you want to answer that question first?
Sure. I want to hear your response.
Why do I build Gundams? You know, it's weird. It's such an easy question to ask it. I've never. What the heck is that Billy Goat's gruff bridge you got going underneath there?
There's no outlet. Does that mean I can't go through?
No, you're gonna go in there, and there's gonna be like a group of like really crazy people that are probably gonna kill us. That's why it's no outlet. You go in and you don't come out. Man, this is the stereotypical horror movie right here. Wait, don't you live around here? You don't even know this road?
I would never come down here for what?
I kind of don't blame you that I see it. Why do I build Gundams? Why does Curioventura build Gundams? Before I started doing this for a living and actually building kits for a living, I think it was just I've always had a fascination with kaiju, with big robots, with stuff like that from when I was a child. And I think the toys that I had as a kid, I loved them when I was a kid, but as I got older, you know, and you kind of go through that thing as a teenager, you want to start, like, you go to comic shops and you go to different places and you want to get really good looking models the way you want, or toys or figures or statues of the, you know, the stuff that you like.
Yeah.
But you're kind of at the mercy of the quality that is being given to you, you know. And so for my sake, I think I wanted to start building them and start to evolve that to make them the way that I wanted to make them. So I think it was a level of having creative control versus being at the whim of buying a product that's mass produced and having to keep it that way. And I bought them and started building them and realized that it was a lot more than just the control aspect of getting what I wanted out of it. As I was building it, it was the relaxing nature that I started to find with it, because I have I've always had a pretty hectic life, and that was like a time to sit down and throw everything away that was frustrating me or bothering me or giving me anxiety. I think that's pretty much it. You know, now why I build them, obviously it's because it's, you know, how I make my living now, but the core reason is still there. It just makes me feel good. It keeps me relaxed. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. What about you? I just took all of your answers.
No, not at all. Ever since I was a kid, I would see the Gundam animes, starting off with Gundam Wing on Toonami. And they were just like the coolest things. I always liked robot cartoons, whether it was Transformers, Voltron.
You left out GoBots, man. Because GoBots suck.
But yeah, when I saw Gundam Wing, it felt like all of those old shows I used to watch, but like on another level, a way more serious level. Yeah, it was mind blowing when I first saw them, and they had all these awesome designs, cool looks, and so I tried to keep up with them for a bit. Then Gundams kind of went away on Toonami, kind of felt, didn't really have many shows to watch there. The internet wasn't crazy back then, so I wasn't able to stream stuff.
That Juno life.
But what did come up on Toonami was a show called Zoids. So Zoids ended up showing up on Toonami, and I don't know if they had a bigger impact or what, but they started making model kits for Zoids. And I love the show, so I bought those model kits, and I would just sit there and build them and put them together. They were the little ones where you can wind them up and they start moving on their own.
And they had those?
Yeah, Zoids had those.
I didn't know that.
So I got into model kit building as a kid watching Zoids. And then as I got older, I was able to get access to more Gundam shows. I enjoyed watching those. And then started making a little money, and you're like, oh snap, I could buy model kits from Japan. So then I started buying those, and I started putting them in my videos. And I only had like 2. I was like, all right, I got 2 Gundam model kits, 2 props for my videos. This is awesome. That's all I need. After I bought those 2, I would see other Gundams. Like, oh, I like that Gundam. It's $30. I could buy it. It's fine.
Oh, the addict.
And then it just snowballed. But building them though, like that's how I got into it. But building it, like Jared said, it's very relaxing. Very just, you could just mellow out and just chill, listen to some music, build a Gundam. It's like therapeutic almost.
Hey, that's a perfect word for it.
Yeah.
It is therapeutic.
So you just relax, you build, and then you see that end result after putting all those tiny little pieces together.
Yep.
And it's just like, boom, awesome.
That's like last night we were talking about, it's the thing. Everybody's got their addictions in this world. Some are harmful, some are good. For me, I'm addicted to progress. And, building Gundams, that feeds that, because it's like you see what you're building and it's like, I just want to keep going. And it's like, 3 a.m. and my wife's infuriated with me because I'm still not in bed yet. But I got to snap that head together though. I got to get that together. And it's time to go to Home Depot. So we'll be back. Moving on, we're back in the car. And now here's the other question. And this is a question really for all of you out there. And that is the same question we just asked each other. Why do you build Gundams? What is it that got you into building Gundams? Comment below. Let us know exactly what it is that got you into this hobby.
I bet you a lot of Toonami folks out there.
Toonami.
Gundam Wing.
I miss Toonami, man.
Yeah, good times.
Why aren't things like that out now? So here's the thing. After you all answer that question, here's another topic, and that is, why should you build Gundams? Because, I've noticed for myself personally, a lot of people will hit me up asking me for work, but they have no idea what Gundams are. They just see these cool robots and they say, I want that. I like the way that looks. Which is kind of neat because it now bridges a gap. I'm no longer dealing with strictly enthusiasts and hobbyists, but people that like the art of them. And I think that's a big thing too, is the art of Gundam. It's almost endless with what a lot of these designers come up with. And I think that is a big motivating factor even for me to continue to build Gundams, is I know that there's just such a wealth of them out there right now. There's no way I'm going to build them all.
No way.
There's just no way.
Impossible.
It's almost an endless hobby. But when you think about sustainability with interest, you may get into a television show, and eventually every television show has an ending. Whether it's an anime, live action, whatever it is, it has an ending. For hobbies too, a lot of times there are certain types of hobbies you may be into, and they have an end. You may hit a cap, and that's the end of it. I mean, with video games, people eventually grow out of video games and stuff like that. I know you still like playing games. I still like playing games too. And that's the thing, with Gundams, I think one of the main reasons why this is my opinion, one of the main reasons you should do it is the fact that there really is no age attached to it, I should say. Like, no, there's some people that as they get older, it's like, oh, you play games? Yeah, I'm 55, I play games, so what?
There are millionaires out there who make money off playing these games.
Exactly. Let me tell you about something called Twitch. So that's the cool thing about building Gundams, is the fact that I don't think there is any embarrassment factor, no matter how old you are, to doing these things. My father is, I think, 74 now, or 73, I don't remember. Some of you may remember, like last year or the year before, when he built a mega-sized Zaku. And he did it himself from start to finish. I barely had to come in and just help him with one of the pictures, what one of it meant. But really, anybody, any age group can do this. And I think that is one of the most endearing things to it, really. It also keeps you mentally sharp. That's the other thing, you know, and that's one of the things that I could speak for my father, why he likes doing it, is unfortunately the older you get, sometimes life takes its course, and you know, you may not be as sharp as you used to be cognitively with certain things, but there's not many things out there I can engage in from a technical standpoint or a mental standpoint that's going to help me as much as building these Gundam kits. Having to focus on keeping everything in order, knowing where everything goes, understanding how it comes together, and then, you know, obviously at the end making the poses and things like that of it. And that's just doing a regular snap build. That totally takes away the factor of I have to paint these things and do all these different finishes to them and stuff like that.
If you want to work on your attention to detail, this is a strong exercise.
Exactly. The community as a whole has been pretty great too.
Yeah, you see some awesome artists out there, some really, really great work. And there are always a lot of people who are willing to like share information and share other people's work. It's a good community.
The good thing is it's so overwhelmingly positive in this community. If you're a positive person, you will have countless new friends to make doing this. I know there's a Reddit subboard, or there's a Reddit board that for Gundams. I'm not on that, but I have a couple of friends that are. There's Instagram groups, there's Facebook groups, there's tons of conventions to go to. What I like now, I don't know if you noticed this, you were just at the New York Comic Con, I think like 2 weeks ago. I've noticed a bigger presence with Gundams at different cons, whether it's like anime cons or...
Especially this year, the 40th anniversary and all that, Gundam's going all out.
That's right.
From working with smartphone manufacturers to...
Yeah, Oppo's got a new phone for them. That's right.
I want that thing.
I just got my notes, so my wife will kill me if I buy another phone.
But yeah, no, Gundam, the presence is definitely growing. I think it's working for Bandai to really put it out there. It's been working. It's awesome.
And that's the thing I want to say is just a thank you to Bandai for your longevity in doing this. All the artists, all the creators, everybody that has been involved in building Gundams, expanding this universe, and also for Bluefin for bringing it out here to the States for us to be able to enjoy. Everybody that does the localization for the languages, so this way we understand what the shows are about, down to the people who do the actual building of the kits themselves, who make them. If anybody that hasn't seen the video from, I think it's Bandai, it shows how all these kits are made and how the workers actually dress in the uniforms from the animes. I think that is one of the coolest things and shows the true passion that these people put into building these kits and producing them for us, the average consumers. Big thank you to you guys once again for Bandai, for Bluefin, and for all of you original designers of Gundam and you new ones out there, all of you who write the shows. Thank you. Thank you very much for giving us this almost, if not actually endless hobby that we have. And here's to a bright future for Gundams. With that, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. And if you like what you saw,
be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, leave a comment,
and share
all
this
the
video.
YouTube stuff.
That's it, exactly.
Be a good subscriber.
Thank you very much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope you have a great day. Bye.
Peace.
Why do you build Gundams?